Hello students, welcome in today's lecture. We are discussing the topic molecular basis of inheritance, and in this we have started the point that is the genomics. In the previous lecture we have seen the definition of the genome. Genome is the genetic constitution of an organism, or in other words we can say that the complete genetic copy, that is the DNA of an organism, is also called as a genome, or it includes one set of the chromosome, that is the haploid or the monoploid condition of an organism, is called as the genome. Second definition is of the genomics. Genomics is nothing but the study of the genome, through the analysis, sequencing and mapping of the gene along with their function is called as the genomics. Genomics means the study of the genome through the sequencing, analysis and mapping of gene and with their functions is called as the genomics. We have also seen that the genome of the three organisms like the yeast, Drosophila and mouse. The genome of yeast, Drosophila and mouse is studied for the study or for the easier study of the genome of the human being to other organism. That means first the genomic study or the genome study is carried out in these three organisms, which are the yeast, Drosophila and mouse, because by studying the genome of this organism it can easily understand the genomic nature of the human being and their relation with the other organism which are useful for the genetic study in the laboratory, because every experiment first carried out in this organism and later on that experiment is conducted on the human being. So we should know the genomic nature of the yeast, Drosophila, mouse or other organism, and then it is easy to study the genomic nature of the human being. So to study the genome of the Drosophila, mouse and yeast become easy to study the genomes of the human being. कारण या ऑर्गॅनिझमचा जीन स्टडी केल्यानंतर ह्युमन बिईंगचा जीनोम स्टडी करायला इझी झालं, आणि with the help of this we can compare the genome of the human being with the other organism, आणि ह्युमनचा जीनोम आणि या ऑर्गॅनिझमचा जीनोम यांच्यामध्ये काय डिफरन्स आहे हे आपल्याला सांगता येतं या स्टडीवरनं. We have also seen that there are additional gene sequencing or the study of genome is carried out in some microbes, in some bees, tomato and other crops in the field. Okay, and in the last lecture we have studied there are two types of the genomics. One is called as structural genomics and the second one is called as the functional genomics. Then what is meant by structural genomics and what is meant by functional genomics? In structural genomics we have studied that there is a study of the genome through analysis, sequencing and mapping of gene is carried out, which we call as a structural gene. While in the functional gene there is a study of the sequence of the gene and their expression is carried out. That is means the study of the sequencing of the gene and their expression in organism or their function in an organism is called as the functional genomics. So up to this we have seen in our previous lecture that is the genome and the genomics. Now here we will see these applications of the genome, means for which purposes this genome study is useful to the human being in the various fields. So next point to this is the applications of the genomics. So here we see the applications of genomics. Applications of genomics. I will write first the different application and then we will discuss here. First application of this genomic is you will find in the crop plant for human health, for livestock animal and for livestock animal. Next point is in the medicine, biotechnology and social sciences. Third application of it is in treatment of genetic disorders. Treatment of genetic disorders. Fourth application is particularly in agriculture for development of transgenic crop. Then next application is genetic markers are developed. Genetic markers are developed for application in forensic analysis. Introduce new gene in microbes. Here, these are the applications of the genomics. First, we have seen that what is genome, what is genomics, and now the applications of genomics. Then here there are overall 6 applications of genomics are given, and here we have to study these applications in detail because we should know why there is a necessity to study the genome of the human being. Because by studying the genome of this human being by the different techniques, it will be useful to the human apply its knowledge in the various field, and those are given here. First one is that the knowledge of the genome is useful for improvement of the crop, plant, human health and livestock. If we study the genomes of the plants, if we study the genomes of the plant in detail, then that knowledge of the genome of particular plant is useful in the development or the improvement of crop plant. For example, if anybody studied in detail the genome of the tomato plant, then he will be known that how the sequence of genes are present in that tomato plant, how these genes get expressed, how these genes get regulated, how much distance is there in between the 2 genes, and all this information of the genomics of the tomato plant will be useful to that person to develop the new plants of the tomato or new varieties of the tomato. So the knowledge of particular organism or a particular plant will be useful. Knowledge of the particular organism genome or particular plant genome is useful for their improvement. So here, if anybody knows the genome of that particular crop, then he will develop a new variety of the crop plant. So it is useful in the development or the improvement of the crop plant. Second one is a human health, because human is a well-developed organism on the earth. It is the dominating organism on the earth, and there are various types of the diseases can be found in the human being, and that diseases can be cured with the help of the study of genome, because it is applicable to those diseases which are related to the genetic disorder. For example, some diseases are there in the human being which are always transferred from one generation to the next generation only through the genes. So that gene which is responsible for that particular disease can be identified while studying the genome of that particular person. The defective genes can be removed during the study of genomics, and due to which the complete genetic disorder from that family can be removed. So to improve the human health, this study of the genomics is very useful. Then next one is called as livestock. Livestock means the animals which are useful to the human being. For example, cattle, sheep is there, Number of example, cows, buffaloes are there. These animals which are useful to human being by various ways, which we call as a livestock animal. So this livestock animal, for example, if we take the example of cow, we study the genome of the cow, then you will find that the in detail information about all the genes of that cow. By changing or modifying the particular gene of that cow, we can increase the production of the milk in that cow. Okay, so milk production can be increased by the modification of the genome of that cow. So it should be first we have to study the genome of the cow, and then only we can improve the capacity of the milk production in that cow. So livestock animals or different ways are useful to the human being if we study in detail the genome of their, and after studying the genome we can improve their production. Okay, so this is the example. One example is given from the livestock, and that is of the cow. So first application of the genomics is for improvement of the crop, for improvement of the human health, and for improvement of the livestock animal. Second one is the knowledge of this genomics can be applied in a medicine, in a biotechnology, and in a social sciences. Again, medicine means what? There are different medicines are available for different diseases of the human being. If medicine can be improved, that means there are, if we study the genome of the human being, and according to which medicine will be applicable to cure a particular disease can be identified. So different type of medicine generally prepared by studying the nature of the genome of that organism. That means now the different medicines are available in the market for various disorders for the human being, and that medicines are formed or developed according to the nature of the genome. So by studying in detail the genomic structure of the human being or the other organism, we can use that knowledge for formation of the different type of advanced medicine which are useful for the human being. Okay, for example, there is a research is going on for the disease AIDS, and that's why they will be first study the genome of that virus which is responsible for the disease AIDS, and the name of that virus is HIV virus. Scientists are doing the experiment that they are studying the genome of that virus, and according to the nature of that genome of that particular virus, the medicine is prepared for that virus. Okay, so कोणताही ऑर्गॅनिझमवर मेडिसिन करत असताना त्या ऑर्गॅनिझमचा ज्याच्यामुळे तो डिसऑर्डर होते त्या ऑर्गॅनिझमचा जिनोमचा स्टडी केला जातो, आणि त्याच्या जिनोमच्या स्ट्रक्चरनुसार, त्याच्या जीनच्या नेचरनुसार, त्याच्या जीनच्या एक्सप्रेशननुसार, त्याच्या जीनच्या सिक्वेन्सनुसार, पॅथोजेनिक ऑर्गॅनिझमच्या जीनच्या सिक्वेन्सनुसार औषध तयार केलं जातं की जे औषध काय करू शकतं, त्या ऑर्गॅनिझमला किल करू शकतं. सो फॉर फॉर्मेशन ऑफ द मेडिसिन देयर शुड बी द जीनोम. Study of that particular pathogenic organism is required. So study of the genomics will be applied in the field of medicine. Biotechnology means where it is a branch where there is a use of the live organism or the products of the live organism. Okay, the biotechnology chapter will discuss in later syllabus, but here the biotechnology is a branch where there is a use of the microbes, use of the living organism, use of the products from the living organism. For example, if we see the formation of a wine and beer in the industry is one of the example of biotechnology, because in that process fungi, that is yeast, is used. So there are a lot of examples of biotechnology. In that process also we can apply the knowledge of the genome. If we know the genome of the organism which is added in that technology, then we can improve the yield of that industry. So biotechnology is also important application for the genomics. And the social sciences. Social sciences are the branch where we can also use the genomic study and we can improve the social sciences. Then the treatment of genetic disorder. Some of the applications are linked to each other. Genetic disorder means again the disorder which is related to the gene is called as the genetic disorder. So for example, there are a lot of genetic disorders like sickle cell anemia is a genetic disorder, color blindness, hemophilia. These are the diseases which are related to genetic disorder, means their defect in that organism is in the gene also, gene itself, and that's why these diseases are continuously transmitted from one generation to the next generation. So these diseases only can be cured by study of the genome. These diseases can only be cured by the study of the genome. So there should be the study of that particular organism, and then only we can cure the genetic disorder. Next one is that again in the agriculture the use of this genomics is that there will be development of the transgenic crop. You know that is a transgenic crop means what? Transgenic crop means such a crop in which the foreign gene is added for improvement of their yield. Okay, so if the any foreign gene can be added in any plant, then that plant is called as a transgenic plant, and transgenic plant is always developed to increase the yield of that crop. But when we can add the foreign gene into that plant, if we know in detail the genome or genomics of that plant, and then only we can add the foreign gene and we can improve the yield of that crop. So the genomic study is useful for development of the transgenic crop. Then genetic markers are developed in this human being or in other organism by the study of the genomics, particularly in the forensic science. For example, in DNA fingerprinting, we have seen that DNA probe is added and it is used for the hybridization of the host organism. That means the probe DNA is one of the genetic marker which is developed by the study of the genomes. So genetic markers are nothing but the sequence of DNA which are generally used in the forensic science, and the example is the DNA probe, which is one of the genetic marker which is developed by studying in detail the genome of that particular human being. So genetic markers are used for the forensic sciences and they are generally developed by study of the genomics. And the last one is that to introduce new genes in the microbe. So see here, there are overall the 6 applications of the genomics are given, and the last application we are discussing that introduction of the new genes in microbes. You know that there are different types of the microbes, and all these microbes are useful for the human being in the various fields. But there is one topic is given in our book, and that is the microbes for human welfare. That means there are a variety of microbes are there which are useful for the human being, and their role is in different fields. That means microbes are useful for household production, for example in the preparation of food. That means in the preparation of the different types of foods like dosa, idli, dokra, jalebi, naan. All these foods are prepared with the help of the microbes by the fermentation process. These microbes are also used in the industrial industry. That means for formation of the beer, formation of the wine, formation of the whiskey, rum, and formation of the bread, formation of different type of antibiotic, enzymes, vitamins. For all these purposes, in the industrial level, these microorganisms are used. These microorganisms are also useful in the treatment of the sewage. Sewage means the waste matter which is generally produced every day in cities and towns, that is called as the sewage. And sewage is very harmful if we pour it in the natural water bodies like the river and the streams. Okay, so that sewage can be purified by the help of these microbes. These microbes are also useful as a biofertilizer. If this culture of the microbes can be used in our field, then definitely there will be increase in the yield of the crop will be observed. And role of this microbe is also found in the formation of the biogas, because we have seen that the methanogenic bacteria are found in the rumen of the cows and buffaloes are useful for the production of the methane gas, which is generally found in the dung of that animal. So for all that purposes, these microbes are useful to the human being. But if we study the role of any microbe, for that we have to study the genome of that microbes. For example, if we see the methanogenic bacteria which is responsible for formation of the methane gas, if we study the genome of this methanogenic bacteria, then you can get an idea about how that genome is expressed or how these genes of the methanogenic bacteria is expressed and responsible for production of the biogas. So again, introduction of the new foreign gene in that genome we can again increase the production of the biogas in that particular microbe. So by studying the original genome of that microbes and by addition of the new foreign gene in that microbe, we can improve the role of that microbe for production of a particular product. For example, different enzymes are produced by these microbes, different biofuels are produced by these microbes, different proteins are produced by these microbes. The yield of this protein, biofuels, enzyme and all other products can be increased by studying in detail genome of that microbes, and by studying the genome we can add the new gene in that microbe. But before addition of the new gene in that microbe, we should know the original genomic study of that microbe. ओरिजिनल जिनोमिक स्टडी मायक्रोबचा स्टडी केल्याशिवाय आपल्याला त्याच्यामध्ये न्यू जीन ॲड करता येत नाही. सो ऑल दीज आर ॲप्लिकेशन्स ऑफ the genomics. All these are the applications of the genomics that we have to study in the genomic point. Okay, now the next point of it is the Human Genome Project. There is a one mega project is launched, that is which is the multinational project, and under which there is a detailed study of the human genome is carried out, which has the different applications, and that here we have to study. That is the Human Genome Project. So next point to it is the Human Genome Project. In this Human Genome Project, what we have to study, that is what is meant by Human Genome Project, then which countries are involved in it, at which time it is launched and when it is completed. At the same time we have to see again the applications of this Human Genome Project. So next point is Human Genome Project. See here, project means what? Any project if we study, then we have to study in detail all the information related to that project. We have to study all the information related to that project. Okay, so here also one project is carried out under which in detail study of the human genome is takes place. Here all the genes of the human being get calculated, their map can be drawn, their distance can be calculated, their analysis can be done. So all the processes, that is analysis, sequencing and mapping of the genes is carried out in detail, and according to which one general structure is made, that is how the genomes of the human being is there in every living organism, and that is called as the Human Genome Project. Here we have to study who organized this Human Genome Project, when it is get completed, and what are the objects of this Human Genome Project. So first we will see about this Human Genome Project, and that is mean this Human Genome Project was initiated in 1990. It is first started or initiated in 1990 under the International Administration of Human Genome Organization. Human Genome Organization. In short, we call it as Human Genome Organization under International Administration of Human Genome Organization. This project was started in 1990 under the International Organization of or under the Human Genome Organization. And see here, under International Administration of the Human Genome Organization. This project was coordinated by coordinated by US Department of Energy and National Institute of Health and National Institute of Health. See here, this Human Genome Project was initiated in 1990. It is launched or coordinated by the US Department of Energy and National Institute of Health. It is a multinational project, so other countries like Germany, France, China, Japan, India are also involved in this project, and this project, which started in 1990, was completed in the 2003. So this project is completed in 2003. Okay. Now here we have to see the objectives of Human Genome Project. See here what we have discussed about the Human Genome Project. This Human Genome Project was started in 1990. It gets completed in 2003. It is under the International Administration of Human Genome Organization. In short, we call as a HUGO. It is coordinated by US Department of Energy and National Institute of the Health. This project has some objects or some aims, and due to which it is carried out. It is a mega project, it is a multinational project, and here we are going to discuss the main objectives or main aims of this Human Genome Project. Why there is need to study this Human Genome Project, so that aims we will discuss here. So this is the important, that is in 1990 the project started and in 2003 this project was completed. Okay, it is coordinated by US Department of Energy and National Institute of the Health. Okay, so here we now study the objectives or the main goals of this Human Genome Project. See here, first see the aims of human Human Genome Project. And in this, the first aim is mapping the entire genome at the level of nucleotide sequence. First aim is mapping of entire genome. Mapping of entire genome at the level of nucleotide sequence. At the level of nucleotide sequence. Then next aim is that the store the information collected from the project in database. Store information in database. Third is that develop tools and technique for analysis of the data. Develop tools and techniques. Develop tools and techniques for analysis of data. Next one is that transfer related technologies to the private sectors such as industries. Transfer related technologies to private sectors like industry. And last one, taking care of legal, ethical and social issues may arise from project. Care of legal, ethical and social issues which may arise from this project. See here, the aims of the human projects are there. Overall 5 aims will be given. See here, the point is very important. That's why we have written all these points on the board, because there is an explanation behind it that is very important. So which are the projects of human, which are the aims of the Human Genome Project, why there is necessity to carry out such a big project for the study of the human genome. Okay, so first one is that the mapping of entire genome at the level of nucleotide sequence. Here in this here the first aim of this project is to map all the sequence of the genome of the human being, to map of the entire genome at the level of nucleotide sequence. Mapping, map in Marathi we call it as nakasha. Okay, here they have studied the all map of the human genome. That means entire genome, and during the study of that entire genome, the focus is given on the nucleotide sequence. How the nucleotide sequence will be there in that genome, that can be studied very well. Nucleotide sequence means the arrangement of the nitrogen base pair in that particular DNA fragment, that can be studied well. By which, or by studying the nucleotide sequence of that particular person or that particular human being, here they can easily draw the map of their entire genome. So first aim of the Human Genome Project is to map all the genes of that particular individual, to study the entire nucleotide sequence of that particular individual. It is the main aim of that project, because if we know the mapping or the entire genetic sequence or entire nucleotide sequence of any person, that is the aim of our Human Genome Project, then we can find the remedy for various genetic disorders for that person. We can improve the health of that person. That's why the first aim of the Human Genome Project is mapping of the entire genome at the level of the nucleotide sequence. Second one, store information in database. All the information of that person, all the information about the genome of that person can be stored in a computer in the form of database, because it is a technique where that information may be used during the pedigree analysis. Pedigree analysis is the technique where the complete family history of any family can be studied. Okay, so if any genetic disease will be there in that family, then there will be need of the pedigree analysis. That means by this pedigree analysis, one can easily understand how the gene is transmitted from generation to generation in that family, and how the disease will be observed in each generation in that family. So for that information, or for other various information, the information of the genome is necessary, and that information we can store in the database. And whenever that family wants the information about their genome, then that information can easily get available to them, because it is stored in the database. When that information is fed in a computer, then that is called as the information is stored in the database. And it is very essential, because it will be available at any time, because it is stored in the database. Then third point is that develop tools and techniques for analysis of the data. Develop tools and techniques for the analysis of data. The another important aim of this project is that they, according to study of genome, they are on the way that to develop the tools and techniques for analysis of data. Means any experiment, if any person is doing, then he can get idea that how many new instruments will be required to study in detail the genome of that particular individual. मराठीमध्ये सांगायचं झालं तर आपण काय सांगू शकतो की डेव्हलप टूल्स अँड टेक्निक फॉर अनालिसिस ऑफ डेटा. ह्युमन जिनोम प्रोजेक्टचा पुढचा एक महत्त्वाचा सिग्निफिकन्स हा होता की स्टडी जिनोमचा व्यवस्थित करून अजून काही नवीन टेक्निक्स, अजून काही नवीन टूल्स तयार करता येतील का की ज्याच्यामुळं तो जिनोमचा स्टडी ह्युमनला जास्तीत जास्त युजफुल होऊ शकतो. जसं पहिल्यांदा त्यांनी लक्षात घेतलं की ती इन्फॉर्मेशन डाटाबेसमध्ये स्टोअर केली की ती इझिली अवेलेबल होऊ शकते त्या पर्सनला ॲट एनी टाइम ॲट एनी वे. ओके, लाईक दॅट दे ऑल्सो has one of the important aim is that by studying in detail the genome in this project they can develop more tools, more technology and which will be useful for the human being in their future. ह्युमनला फ्युचरमध्ये आणखीन जास्तीत जास्त वेगवेगळ्या ऑर्गॅनिझमचा फायदा करून घेण्यासाठी, ह्युमनच्या जिनोमचा आणखीन इम्प्रूव्हमेंट करण्यासाठी आणखीन टेक्नॉलॉजी, आणखीन काय करता येईल टूल डेव्हलप करायला लागतील, आणखी करावे हा त्याचा उद्देश होता. आणि म्हणून त्याने हा ऑब्जेक्ट घेतलेला आहे, एम घेतलेला आहे की मोर टूल डेव्हलप करता येतील, मोर त्याचं अनालिसिस करता येईल, मोर टेक्नॉलॉजी डेव्हलप करता यावी या उद्देशानं हा ह्युमन जिनोम प्रोजेक्ट स्टडी केलेला आहे. नेक्स्ट, ट्रान्सफर रिलेटेड टेक्नॉलॉजी टू प्रायव्हेट सेक्टर. म्हणजे काय तर बाय स्टडींग द जिनोम ऑफ द ह्युमन बीइंग, by studying the genome of the human being, the information which is related to the human genome can be transferred in a private sectors like the industry. What is meant? That is by here काय सांगितले आपल्याला बघा की मी मुद्दा मराठीत का सांगते कारण बऱ्याच मुलांना मी सांगितलेला अर्थ लक्षात येत नाही म्हणून मी तुम्हाला मराठीमध्ये एक्सप्रेशन सांगते. तर ट्रान्सफर रिलेटेड टेक्नॉलॉजी टू प्रायव्हेट सेक्टर म्हणजे फॉर एक्झाम्पल मी एक एक्झाम्पल तुम्हाला सांगते. फॉर एक्झाम्पल जर ह्युमनचा जिनोम व्यवस्थित आपण स्टडी केला आणि ती इन्फॉर्मेशन आपण इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये प्रायव्हेट सेक्टरला ट्रान्सफर केली म्हणजेच काय जसं मागाशी आपण सांगितलं देर आर डिफरंट मायक्रोब्स आर देअर अँड दीज मायक्रोब्स आर युजफुल टू ह्युमन बीइंग इन व्हेरियस वे फॉर आवर फूड प्रिपरेशन, फॉर आवर एन्झाइम्स, vitamins and many other products are there. Okay, if the genome of the human being is studied very well, then according to their genome or according to the study of genome, need of the human being can be observed very well. स्टडी जिनोमचा केल्यामुळे ह्युमनच्या काय गरजा आहेत, अजून काय ह्युमनला कुठले मॅक्रोमॉलिक्यूल लागतात, ह्युमनचे हेल्थ इम्प्रूव्हमेंट करण्यासाठी कुठले कुठले अदर बायोमॉलिक्युल्स गरजेचे आहेत, हे सगळं आपल्याला इझिली स्टडी करता येतं. आणि त्याच्यानुसार इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये मायक्रोबचा वापर करून ती रिक्वायरमेंट ह्युमनची आपल्याला फुलफिल करता येऊ शकते. आणि यामुळं इथे सांगितलेलं आहे ट्रान्सफर दिस रिलेटेड टेक्नॉलॉजी to the private sector and that is means in the industry, and by using the information of this human being in the industries we can improve the health of the human being, we can improve the health of the human being, and also here we can apply the knowledge of this human genome project for various fields which are related to the human being, which can improve the health of the human being. The next one is that care of legal, ethical and social issues. Care of legal, ethical and social issues. While doing the human genome project, by studying the genome of the human being, there may arise various legal, ethical and social issues. म्हणजे आपण असं म्हणू शकतो की कायदेशीर, त्यानंतर सामाजिक आणि काही नैतिक अशा त्या ठिकाणी बरेच इश्यू तयार होऊ शकतात आणि त्या इश्यूची सुद्धा काळजी या ह्युमन जिनोम प्रोजेक्टमध्ये घेण्यासाठी त्या ठिकाणी काय केलेलं आहे तो मेन एम त्यांनी ठरवलेला आहे. आता ह्याचा अर्थ काय होऊ शकतो लिगल, इथिकल आणि सोशल इश्यूज म्हणजे पहा आपल्याला माहित पाहिजे की आपण बघतो की कुठलाही बायोलॉजिकल एक्सपेरिमेंट करत असताना while doing any experiment on the living organism, number of cell get died, okay, there is a death of the various living organisms will be there, and that is called as the legal or social issues, or it is related to the ethical issues, social issues or the legal issues. म्हणजे एखाद्या ऑर्गॅनिझमचा एक्सपेरिमेंट करत असताना त्या ठिकाणी डेथ होतो, ऑर्गॅनिझमचा सेलचा डेथ होतो, आणि हे बऱ्याच धर्मामध्ये मान्य केलं जात नाही. त्यामुळे ह्युमन जिनोम प्रोजेक्ट करत असताना मे बी देअर विल बी हार्म टू एनी पर्सन. काही वेळा ह्युमन जिनोम प्रोजेक्टचा स्टडी करत असताना, जिनोम स्टडी करत असताना डेड ऑर्गॅनिझम, डेड बॉडी सुद्धा ह्युमनची यूज केली जाते, आणि त्यावेळी काही इश्यूज तयार होऊ शकतात. ते इश्यूज अवॉइड करण्यासाठीची सुद्धा काळजी या प्रोजेक्टमध्ये आपल्याला घेतलेली पाहायला मिळते. थोडासा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड पार्ट आहे पहा, म्हणून मी हा सगळा पार्ट बोर्डवर दिलेला आहे. ह्युमन जिनोम प्रोजेक्टचा अर्थ, ज्या प्रोजेक्टमध्ये ह्युमनचा जिनोम म्हणजे जेनेटिक कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ एन ऑर्गॅनिझम is studied very well. All the DNA of that human genome is studied very well, because there are some aims or some goals that will be fulfilled only by the study of the human genome. That will be fulfilled only by the study of the human genome. Okay, and those aims we have discussed here. Again, we read it. That is the mapping of the entire genome at the level of the nucleotide sequence is the first aim. Store information when we got it, while the studying of the genome, that information will be stored in the database. Third one is there will be development of different tools and techniques by studying or analysis of the human genomes. Develop tools and technique for analysis of the data. Data means the information which we got while the studying of the genome, and according to the data or according to information of the genome, we can in future develop different tools and techniques. The next one is transfer the related technologies to the private sector. The information that we got about the genome will be transferred in the industries, where with the help of this information of the genome of the human being in industries, we can use or we can improve the health of human being by using different microbes or other organisms in the industry. And next one is that while doing the project of the genome, there are a number of legal, ethical and social issues will be created. The care of that is also taken here, and it is not against the legal, ethical or social issues, but it is that is all the issues are considered, and according to which the project was completed, which is started in 1990 and it is completed in 2003. So it is a mega project, it is a multinational project. So students, in today's lecture, here we have stopped up to here we are going to stop up to the aims of the human genome project, because here we have to first study the genome, genomics, applications of genomics and the aims of human genome project. Then we will see in tabular form how the genomes of different organisms, their sequence is given in our textbook. But see here, up to this we have completed in today's lecture, that is the applications of the genomics and the human genome project. Okay, thank you.